Hello, I am Enrique Barra, and in this video we are going to see the Create React app. How do we create our applications? How do we start a new React applications? It is very useful to have a boilerplate, a small applications to start from it with a lot of configuration. So what has they done at Facebook? They have created a tool to facilitate this process, to start with a default skeleton, with a default scaffolding of our applications. It is called Create React app. Let's see it. How do we install it? With this command here, npm install -g create react app. So it's an npm package that is officially supported by Facebook to create the first skeleton, the first scaffold of our application, a working application to start from something. Okay, it's very useful. We are going to see the different pieces that it has. How do we use it to create our first application? Once installed with this command, we can use the create react app command. For example, create react app hello world. What do we get if we wait a couple of minutes? Because it will install all the npm packages that it needs. We get this folder structure, a public folder with the static files, with a default favicon, with an index HTML, with a manifest JSON, and a source folder with a default hello world, a gitignore, a package JSON, and a readme. You can see it there in that screen capture. What does the package JSON has? Well, it has the dependencies, React, React DOM, and React scripts, and the scripts to start, build, test, or reject the application. Okay? Also the name and the version. We can, of course, increase the packages, the metadata, whatever, here. And of course, we will start using these commands. The server. If we run npm start, what do we get? We get this command that is a React script that will launch a development server. Okay? Is in this console here, you can see the output. You can see that it gives you the default URL. In the port 3000 at localhost, you will get a development server. And if you go to that server, in fact, it will automatically open in a browser, you get the default application and a message saying to get started, edit this component and save. Create React app includes Babel and Webpack. So in the console, in the PowerShell or shell or terminal that you use, if you have syntax failures, it will tell you, for example, with errors like this. Those are transformation or transpilation errors. It also integrates ESLint, so it will solve many bugs and many problems that we introduce and small errors. It has a very interesting default configuration, and it will give us warnings and problems like this one also in the PowerShell. These errors are in the PowerShell or in the shell or terminal because they happen in the server, because it's where the code is transformed, transpiled. Okay? Create React app also provides hot module replacement. What is this? When you save something in a new file, when you modify something and you save, it is automatically reloaded on the web page. So it is very easy to do some rapid, quick testing. Okay? It also includes a testing framework that is called Jest 2.0. Okay? And to run it, the test, you just have to run npm test. Okay? With no configuration. So it's very easy to start testing because the components, as they are declarative, they are very prone to testing. And finally, they have progressive web applications by default. That's why they include this manifest.json, and they include by default also a service worker okay? Just to create progressive web applications. More on progressive web application on this link. You can learn what are them, how to do them, what are their characteristics and their main functionalities, and so on. And finally, if this default configuration does not suit or does not fit your needs, you can eject. What is this? It's this final command, npm eject, that you can extract all the configuration, the Babel, the Webpack, the Jest, the ESLint, all the configuration that I told you, extract them to files, and you can modify them. Then you will have more files on your folder structure, and this can't be done on the opposite way. You can't package all them again, but it's no problem, because if you modify something and you break it, you can undo them. So, well, you can try it just in a sample project, just to see all the configuration that I told you here in this presentation. Okay, thank you very much, and see you in the next video.